Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Bashed and battered. What a bloodbath, all these altcoins. Bitcoin taking a beat down. But what goes up must come down. What a run up to 108, back to 92. Man, the volatility is insanity. Can you handle it? It's going to get crazier as it gets bigger. Only the strong will survive, baby. Let's go, lifers. We got this. interrupt the music to bring you this quick emergency broadcast for Bitcoin. A rising wedge about to break the 200 MA on the 5-minute with pushing stochastics. We could see a bump here to 98,000. And once you get back above 98,500, there's a chance we could get rejected to take a massive dump down to. There's some bearish divvy there. We're online. It is what it is here. This is what we live for. This is volatility at its best. And that's your emergency update for Bitcoin. Back to the music. That was for Master Friend, the nerd.
Mr. Nerdy Friend. He needed his update. Master Nerd.
It's the fourth quarter, all right? We're down, all right? We're down 21-3, okay? But we got 15 minutes left in this quarter, and if we just get our heads in the game, baby, we're going to huddle together right now. We're going to call the plays that matter. And if we keep our heads in the game, we just may win this puppy with a field goal win at the end, baby. Let's go, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you. We may be down, but we are not out, my friends. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here, of course, with the red on, because it's a red day, but it's a great day. And today is going to be a blessing. I'm telling you right now, we're going to learn something amazing. We're going to have some fun. Right off the bat, I see a possible pump here for Bitcoin as we're about to breach the 200 MA on this 5-minute time frame. We get that. We're going to get a move up to 98,890. And I'm telling you right now, 98,005 is the key to redemption. We get back above 98.5 and everything can drift away. We can win again, and we can act like this dip just never happened, and we can say, no, you were scared. 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 No. You were scared. No, wait, it was you. No, it was you. No, it was you. Which one of you? It was you. It was all of you. No, none of you. You're the lifers. You knew that money meant nothing. But it's nice to see that. You know, it puts things in perspective. It's humbling to see all that money go down the tubes. I mean, you don't lose it. It's unrealized if you didn't sell. But I'm sure there's people that got liquidated. People that were building their positions in leverage. What I talked about yesterday, the day before, the last few weeks, I said you build your positions in spot, on spot trading. You send it to a hardware wallet. You do the right thing. You keep your money off the exchange. You do the right thing. And by doing the right thing, you see where that goes. All right? You get me? You got me over here. So that's the plan, Stan. Well, you could go back. I mean, we could get all the way back to 100K. If the volatility can move us up, then the volatility can move us down, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, embrace the volatility, as a smart man once said this morning. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Whoa! Oh! Why you throwing things over here, Dami? Hey, next time, hand it to me, huh? Or you're off the set, all right? I don't want to see that stuff again over here. There's nobody named telling me I threw it at myself. Shout out to everybody here. 96,400 Bitcoin getting a bit of a pump. I may be missing it with this lemon squeeze. And put that lemon into the water. Stay hydrated. Get that pineal gland moving and grooving, acting and reacting. We got this key area here. I'm just, I'm honing in here on a possible trade entry. I like getting in when we break the 200 MA, but it is a Friday where things are, a bit effy, and you just never know. But you got to keep trading right through the pain. You got to trade right through it. I'm going to open me up along there and see what we can get cooking. Please don't do what you see here. It's very high risk on a Friday. There's some bearish divergence. This could easily dump in my face, and I could lose the trade. I'm not putting a lot. I'm risking 200. We'll see what happens here on this possible reversal for Bitcoin as we begin the show. Right when we start the show. I'm a vicious savage here on the charts. We don't give a moment's notice. We just push every single time. Sir, why is everything dropping? Because it's the end of the world. Okay? And it's over for everybody. And we might as well, the aliens have come and they've sold all our crypto. Quantum computers have come in and sold everything on us. And we have nothing now. Look, we're already up. I'm the king of 3%. We're already up 5%. Look, that's the fastest $50 you've ever made in your life. We made that in under a minute and a half. $50. Amazing. Who else could make $50 in under a minute and a half? Only the lifers, baby. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch here. Let's see if we can get this move further to the upside on the 5-minute time frame. And can we win? There's a chance we could win. There's just a chance, baby. There's always a chance you can win every day if you wake up, put your best foot forward, and do everything you can to have a positive attitude, believe in yourself, and you got to be full of love, life, and happiness, man. I'm telling you, there's no other way but to project positivity into your own mind and begin to build a life that you want to live. Today's the day you build a life you want to live. Okay? Today's the day we make it happen. Today's the day We don't let fear take us down. Today's the day we keep pushing. Okay. Did you lose bank on this dump, my mate? Honestly. Oh, you know, my trading account is fine, right? Great. I actually shorted the market last night. I told everybody in my trading group who shorted the market with me last night after the screen share. Did anybody take the short with me? Sadly, to say to the downside. And if you took the short, you were able to acquire it. Also, I don't know how much, it depends on your leverage or what you did. But I was up almost like 56% at one point, maybe even more in the night when we went even lower to like 92 something. This was probably up 60 something percent gains. But put a 333 if you shorted the market. I'm going to explain how we shorted the market and why. And I'm going to kind of show you what happened there. You could short on weeks. Hit the referral code if you want to jump on into weeks and learn how to short the market to take advantage of the move. I had a little flag open. I honestly, I did a short long. I had a long open on this little flag and a short open on the bigger time frame before, and I got stopped out for small beans, $114 on the long, and then this continued to rip for more money here on the week. So no short, had a buy set at 92, which triggered and gains now. That's pretty awesome. So if you hung out with me during the weekly screen share, I basically said, you know, and there's the short right there too. You can see it. You know, and the entry, and we dropped nastily to the downside there. And we didn't hit the target, of course, but we got sent to the downside. So anyway, Bitcoin update came in this morning, and this is all the awesome stuff that happens in the trading group throughout the day. Little bit of a spike, but you know, now it's a wick. A little far away for the 21-day moving average too. That could come right back down to the 21. It's 200 for 900. So we'll see what happens. But that wick, I don't like the closing on the wick. Usually tells me we're going to come down, and then we have to come back to the 21, but then we got the, you know. And so that's kind of our rejection now. Also, low volume on a Friday. We'll see. You never know. You can't win if you don't take a trade. So it is what it is. There has to be a chance taken in life. And that's life. No risk, no reward. And everything we do, the risk is not taking one at all. That's the biggest risk in life. If you just don't. What if I never started a YouTube channel and never took a shot? I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know the Lifer channel was going to be an awesome brand and people were going to gravitate. We were going to rip. No clue that was going to happen, right? But it did. And now we got all the beautiful lifers here and everyone that enjoys their life, positive energy, good vibes, and just a great community of people that are learning every single day. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time. Let's take a look at Bookmap. Bookmap, link in the description below to Bookmap. And I do get a commission if you jump into Bookmap, and we can see kind of where the liquidity lies. It suggests we may get a tap to 97,000. Looks like we may get run up to there because that's where the biggest red area is, and we usually get crushed into the red. So suggests we could get a pull up into the $96,000 level for BTC. So far, so good on the trade. It is starting to make a bit of a move, back up 5%. All right. And we'll see. Being above that 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame is very, very good sign. And if we get the 21 to cross, it'll add to the idea that we will win that trade. So shout out to anyone that took the hedge short with me last night in the weekly screen share. It did not get stopped out. It played out pretty well. And I made that trade in front of everybody too as well. I also saw this flag earlier today on the 1-minute time frame. I also say when we break above the 200 MA, it's time to get in. We made a flag on the 200 MA and then we ripped. That gave you basically some confidence to enter here as we kind of stayed right on the flag. And your measured move was the length of the previous pole. And I'm a simple guy that does simple things, and that's what charts do. And that would have hit your target. Beautiful trade to the upside. And now we may seem to get some to continuation here, but I don't, we got to stay above that 200 MA. Right now we're struggling back at break even. So very high risk to trade on Friday. It's a good idea just to DCA and watch the charts. If I was a beginner trader, I wouldn't open up a trade. I would probably just sit tight and be DCAing into coins, looking at some, hot areas, and you don't have to chase. All right. Let's break down the biggest and the smallest time frames here and show you what I see happening for BTC. All right. On the mix. All right, as we move forward into Bitcoin, and and we break it down. 96,500 attempting to hold here for BTC. Again, if you were watching my channel, what did we talk about maybe 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, a week ago, the last few days. The bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. The distance from the 21-day moving average. I said every single time I've seen this, I've seen a dump. I said it would be very rare if we do not dump here. You see what I'm saying? And I remember saying that to each and every one of you. I hear it in my mind. Did anybody hear me say this? I just want to make sure I'm not like talking to myself here and buttering myself up. You know, did you guys get this? Yes, I didn't know how much. Yeah. Was everybody prepared? For anyone that watches my channel, were you prepared for this dump? You know, I'm not trying to say I called it at all. Yes. Bottom is in. Master friend calls the bottom. Wait, I'm taking a picture of that because he's so spot on. When he says that, he's stone cold, man. He called the bottom right there. Just let that be known. All right? Let it be known. All right? He's good at calling monthly and week. That's what he does. So he's been waiting. He's been stalking the monthly bottom all the whole month. And he knows how the monthly bottom looks. Just like I watch this daily bottom every day. The guy's a crypto nerd, all right? He's a master nerd. He's a geek, all right? You want to be around the nerds and the geeks, all right? Stay away from the jocks and the, you know, especially the tall nerds, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Bitcoin getting a nice pump to the upside here on the trade. Up 9%. I don't want to say anything yet. Let's kind of let it cook. We're a little far away from that 21. I want to see this 21 curve and start to cross to the upside here. That would give me some more confidence in the Tradeito. Still really not amazing. Could just be a quick short squeeze. We will see. I might even just take my $80 the way the days are looking. Man, we'll see though. It's a rising wedge. We should break out parabolically to the upside. All right. You called it 100%, mate. He's a leverage therapist. Kamala Harris. Oh, no. Come on, man. I'm sorry. I just can't. You guys are insane, man. You people are out of your minds. Just so insane. I can't even. I can't. I don't know if I'm laughing at like how the ridiculousness of what the man said. I just can't. Oh man, and I don't know, man. Oh my gosh. I just keep seeing the words in my mind. All right. Oh man. Oh my gosh. We deleted it, but it was a funny comment. Why? My wife came in, she's like, what's so funny? Like, babe, someone asked if I was gay again. Yeah, he said, are you gay? Oh my gosh. All right, so we're getting the move to the upside here. Lifer called the long, master friend called the bottom, and we're like Voltron, man. When we combine forces, anything is possible. All right. You're my crush. Shout out to shocking updates, man. You guys are crazy. Hey, get in line, man. Take a number. Take a number to the lady. I hope you're a lady. take a number, ladies and guys. Whoever you are, take a number over here. All right. Gay for TA. You're funny. Someone wrote gay for TA. Oh man. Anyway, today's a beautiful day. It's super sunny. I'm in beautiful Florida. I don't want to let the markets take me down. All right. Despite Conor McGregor firing Joe Rogan gives Mike Perry his approval. Mike Perry's a nice dude, man. Good guy. Irish Perry, bro. Irish. 67 degrees today? I had no idea it was going to be that cool. All right. Got out of here. Correction is not done. This V-shaped recovery fake out before the next leg down. Anything is possible. We're starting to get our move up here to the upside. My Scalpelino. And I'm going to move that stop loss to break even on such a sketchy day. And the further we get from the 21, the more I'm about to take that 145. Do that 10 times a day, make $1,400. It only took me 10 minutes to make $160. We should get a bigger move though. Can we take a look at the 1 hour time frame? It doesn't look amazing. Looks like we may make a right shoulder here. And that may be like the end of a rally that I may just be lucky to take, you know. 15 minute. Wants to pump up to the 200 MA though. Looks like we could close the gap all the way to the upside. There's a chance we get the rippage. And the 1 minute now. Looking pretty good, but away for the 21. That's a little far. That could definitely come and stop me off at break even. Unless we can kind of start to pump here and pull it down. Ooh. See that? Looks like we're going to come down to that 21-day moving average and come down pretty fast. If not, we're going to make a bit of a flag and continue to pump possibly. So I moved my stop loss right there. They started to pump it right off the stop loss, which is pretty crazy. You know, unexpected really. We'll see though. Is that sustainable? Let's see. Really should hide by this wick, technically. But a win's a win, man. A win's a win, lad. Especially on a day like today, right? If you have the guts to trade on a day like today, clear your mind and really envision opportunity, then you're the type of person that will bring opportunity into your life at any moment in time. All right? So, may my 34% early bird gets the worm. Amen. God bless you, brother. Shout out to people making their gains, going for their wins, and moving on. So there's a lot of buy pressure too. People were like, well, I waited. It went up to 108. I didn't get in. Now here's my chance. You have to remember, a lot of people waited. Now they're like, well, isn't this a good price? It's a good time to get in. It probably is. You know? So looks like they may just wick me out in a second. I don't mind getting wicked out. It won't be a big deal. I'll be happy. Anything above $100, we'll take it. 146 would be nice though. 150 would be better. 180 would be nice. Starting to kind of make a mini flag here that could really possibly do some damage. We could be getting a massive short squeeze to the upside. Again, I tell you, weekly support is 97,200. You get back above 97.2, we're back in the good spot. All right. Because the second mouse gets the cheese. Cheese whiz. I like that cheese. Ooh, I'm like, come get me. Come get me. You know what I mean? I'll wave my stop loss right at them. I'll be like, you won't hit my stop loss. You don't have the guts. You don't have the guts to hit my stop loss. Come on, hit it. Come on, you won't. Come hit it. You won't hit it. You don't have the stones, boy. I'm waiting for you to come hit my stop loss, and you just don't have what it takes. The Bears don't have what it takes. Come on, boy. I thought you were strong. I thought you were coming for me. They stopped me out 1 second. You can't handle the truth. You want the truth, boy? I mean, look at the battle. This is a 5-minute battle. This candle is absorbing a lot of sell pressure. The bulls are eating it alive here. That wick was a representation of love for Bitcoin. Can we hold the zone here for BTC? A little too far for the 21, but pulling. Definitely pulling price here on the 5-minute time frame. We broke the 200 MA, which was the OSO move. And I just dared them to touch my stop loss. And let's see what happens here. Having some fun with the market maker here. Wagon. He's going to make an example out of me. I'll tell you what. I'm going to show him. Shout out to everybody. Liquidate the longs. Go for the late shorts. What happens if the government shuts down? I don't stress anything but God. You know, my relationship with God is important. As long as that is firm and intact, all else is great, my friends. All else is great. Sui pumping. Oop, now they're going to come for me. That's it. Oh, you don't have the guts. You don't have the guts to stop me out. You just don't have what it takes. Show me what you got. Show it to me. Come on. All right. Like, all right, we got you. Back to the 21-day moving average. Whenever you make this gap for the 21, it tells me something is happening. A little bit of bearish divvy there. All right. And we're going to break down our next. So that's our first scalp of the day. And we'll go on from there. All right. So here's the deal. Can we get back above the weekly 97,200? We get back above 97,200. We can make some bacon on the beach. Okay. That's something that can happen. You have me laughing over here. Simple rules: when the move is too fast, don't sell, don't buy, just watch. Government is useless. Shut it. You're funny, man. Sui was 24 CI 25. Let's go. I believe Say will be the 2025 winner. It's on the low, though. It's on the low. It's on the low. So we got to get back above 97.2. If not, you'd have to start thinking 90K is on the tablet. I said tablet. Yeah. And 81,000 or 80,420 is on the tablet as well. So it's looking like we may get a pullback here to these key levels for BTC. All right. And again, you never know. The worst could be over. Someone could be buying in at 92,000. Pretty good entries, right? If you had the guts to pull the trigger in the middle of the night there. So it was like 6 in the morning, actually. It wasn't too bad. All right. Sam, how can we predict crashes like these? Bearish divergence, on the daily time frame, it was staring us in the face. Distance away from the 21-day moving average on the 3-day chart, the daily chart. It was a bearish divergence there, in my humble opinion. And again, they use predicaments and moments, like they use the Fed meeting to make you feel like this is the end of time. It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors, my friends. Remember, the 3-day chart's a very strong chart, and the price got very close to the 21. Whenever the 21 and the 3-day is that close, usually it's a good buying point. I mean, that's a very big time frame. So when I see then look, that was a great sell. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a tumble there. So again, coming back here, let's take a look. We could do one of these. I'm telling you right now, what if we bounce here, stay up, close that candle, and just keep moving, and the next thing you know, we consolidate, and we're out of here to the upside. You must, just like when we were bullish, I always kept showing you what could happen if things didn't go our way. When you're bearish, you have to see what could happen if things go to the other way. You've got to keep an open mind at all times here in trading to be able to take advantage. I took advantage of the trade this morning because I was open-minded. If I was closed-minded, I wouldn't have been able to make the trade that I made today. It just wouldn't have happened. Shot Bitcoin took off 30 G's upside when it bounced off 50 RSI on the daily last time. The same run could allow 125 or so Bitcoin. In my opinion, as of now. Shout out to Dan McCaleb. God bless you, Dan. Thank you for your insightful perspective. Yes, that's a no. We're not giving you my advice. Already said the bottom is in. Hats more, do you want a postcard with a signal? Master Frank called the bottom. All right? He's the greatest thing since sliced bread. When he tells you the bottom is in, the bottom is in. That's it. You listen. Okay? You do nothing else. No, you got to listen to yourself and your heart. All right? He feels the bottom is in. I hired him to work with me or brought him in. I don't even want to call it that, but yeah, I mean, I guess we worked together. We liked each other. We liked the way we did things, and we decided to work together. I think that's the better way to say it. And we brought him in. All right. Now, I only bring people in that I think are the best because I truly believe I am the best. I mean, I'm sorry to say. I do believe I think I'm the best. Or one of the best, right? I'm just saying, I believe God helped me become one of the best. So if I bring you in my life, I think you're one of the best. And so Master Friend's one of the best. And if he tells you that the bottom is in, I mean, the chances are pretty good. Because I have good perspective, good insight, and I bring in the good people. And he's telling you what's up. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm forging my next trade, which is looking pretty nice with the 5-minute time frame. Really starting to kind of show off some goodness here. We get tight inside, and I like the vibe. And we're going to seat ourselves right over there. But yeah, if we lose the 200 MA, this is all over. If we don't, though, we're back to, imagine being back at 101,274 later on today. And everyone would laugh and be like, but you were scared. No, you were scared. No, you were scared. We're back above 100K and nobody's going to care. And the panic sellers are going to be depressed. That's why I'd rather go down with the ship than panic sell, personally. You know what I mean? At one point, right? So, and again, with that mentality, I usually win because I'm not going to panic sell. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have to brainwash myself out of panic selling. Again, moment of silence for Chad. He's having triple bypass surgery today. He's been a long time lifer. I just want to say, dear Lord, please protect him as he goes under. And it's a very simple procedure. Many people have done it throughout the world. I'm sure he'll be fine, and all will be well. And may any issues that he had go away. May he live a fruitful life after this. Amen. Amen. Chad, we love you, man, and we thank you. And yeah, God bless you, brother. Rex, let him know, man. Let him know that the lifers are here for him, and more than one person definitely praying for him and sending energy his way. God bless you, Chad. Okay. Tight, let's see if this tight flag can serve us. 1 minute time frame. Next trade could be on here for BTC. Could even make the next trade right now. Stop loss below the 200 MA and let her rip. That target is pretty high. How do I get that target? I just take the algorithmic moves. They're usually 90% accurate. We get dang close to these entries, if not right on them, almost every single time. So let's look at 96,000 for it. Again, I usually sell early, but we do hit it over time. I may not go all the way. I may get here $500 and take it off the table. I have a daily quota. Once I hit it, I get out no matter where the trades are. You see what I'm saying? It's more about what I want to make that day and see if we can hit it. It is a Friday, but with volatility pushed down, you'd think we could have some pressure back up, which could, provide some answers here for a pump. So now we could risk 300 possibly for 15. All right. This would be a pretty interesting trade. And then we'd be able to hit our daily quota for the day. All right. Again, I'm not sure how much I'm using. Everyone's like, how much margin are you using? I just pull this to see how much I'm going to risk for how much I'm going to gain. I don't really know what the margin is. I could back test it. Once I open the trade, it's going to show me. I have a percentage. It's 7% of about 18,000. So it's got to be about what, like 1,400 or something like that? This looks promising. I'd like to wait for the 21 to cross the 200 MA, but this looks promising. With the stop loss below the 200, there's a good chance I win the trade. Bitcoin looks interesting right now, and some people may even be front running the charge. I tell you what, a daily close above 97,200 would have me really, really excited, because that would be a close back above weekly support and resistance, where I said last night would be fine. So have no fear. And look, we've already bounced all the way back up from 92,000 all the way back to $97,000. And this long's still open on the 5-minute time frame that I actually skedaddled out right there. Look, it's still open. This thing actually still might pay you here on the 5-minute. 5 minutes looking interesting. Hasn't decided to go lower than the 200 MA yet. Maybe I'll dull it down one notch and I'll go 226 for 1,000. A little high in the Stokes. Let me take a look at my 15-minute before I decide to make the call here. I mean the 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute's kind of in some bearish divvy there. Looks like it may want to come down just to kind of make, if it is making a flag, make a tighter flag. I don't know why I'm playing elevator music. Hold on 1 second here. Let's fix that for you. Sounds a bit odd. There we go. Press P to pump BTC. Where is the P button? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I think I found it. He wants us to press P. There we go. I did it. Multiple P's. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the 2,496 beautiful souls here on the live. Welcome to Cold Rock 96.5. Welcome for your daily stream of cold, hard rock music. No, relaxing jazz here every 4 o'clock on Thursdays. Shout out to the 2,496 beautiful souls here on the live. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. 2,500 to the 500. I like it. A quarter of the people have the decency to hit that like button. I'd appreciate if all of you did, but hey, I guess, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't want to say nothing, but, I guess you do the math from what I said earlier. All right, hey, my previous statement may allude to what I may have thought in my mind. I don't want to say anything, though, and be rude. I might actually offend. So I'm going to keep it to myself. But my previous statement may allude to what I was saying. It's not what crypto could do for you, but what you could do for crypto. Smash the like button. I was hacked, crypto drained, except everything that was staked. Thank God. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. He was probably phished. Yeah. A phishing attack hack. This looks like a nice little bull pennant forming here on the 1 minute time frame. Chance we could get busy. I like it. I like flags above the daily 200 MA and the smooth moving average with the 21. This is what we were looking for the whole time. Yesterday, we could not get it. I said, are they going to give us a relief? And it was bear flag after bear flag after bear flag. Pretty insane. Yeah, we had to play funeral music. You're right. It was just that type of time. You know what I mean? The beatdown. The beatdown. I like this little flag here. It looks interesting to me. I like the 5 minute above the 200 MA. Everything's really starting to come together here for BTC. And that 5 minute trade is still booming to the upside if you got in when we crossed the 200 MA. Still, the distance from the 21 has me a little weary, but I guess we're going to have to pull it. I like we're touching the 21 here. 1 minute looks absolutely lovely on the scalp. I love trading the 1 minute. It's one of my favorite time frames. I can't believe I would say that after years of denying it. But again, if you trade enough, eventually you will find the secrets. And the 1 minute holds many, many secrets. To the people that know about the 1 minute, it is amazing. To the people that don't, I get it. I get it. But over time, it will be revealed to you if you so let it be. Amen. For if once is to be chosen, then is to be seen. Thine eye meet open. Let thy third eye be open. The main eye. Close thy eyes and let thy third eye be open. Amen. This is the age of Aquarius where all will be revealed. Don't you see? Everyone playing their cards has been shown. We have seen so much of what's been going on behind the scenes in the last year or two. We cannot even believe it. Our heads are spinning. You know what I mean? And I can allude to so many different things, and I won't talk about it here, but so much has happened, and we've been able to see right through it. Bitcoin, 97,130. This is nice, man. You get back above 97.2, and there's a chance we win here. I'm going to take this trade. It's looking actually pretty nice to me on the 1 minute time frame. Chance we squeeze these shorts again for some massive upside for BTC, and we could get back to 99,000, maybe even 100,000, 97,250. Look, that's the fastest 13 bucks you'll ever make. I made it in under 10 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. I made 25 bucks in about 30 seconds now. Let's see what can happen. This pump is looking ripe and ready. And again, we take it up. When we get far away, we scalp out. We rinse and repeat. It's a thing we do over and over again. Never traded anything but the 1 minute. Thanks for the inspiration. Shout out to Jeeper Hansen. Pause the stream and get the likes up to the watchers. Everyone, we need the likes up to the watchers. When you hit the like button, you let more people know about your cryptocurrency. More people know about your gains. More people know about how to make these gains, baby. Look, 3. We had 3.3%. Look, I told you I'm the king of 3%. All right. Look, in 2 minutes, making 52 bucks in under 2 minutes. You can't beat that. You can't beat 62 bucks in under 2 minutes. This is how we do it. Every single day here on the channel, back in the groove, back in the game. It doesn't matter what happens. Best channel for TA and mental training. Let's go. Jay Bella says it every day. Every time he comes here, he lays it down and says the words of positivity, love, and amazement. All right. God bless you all for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on in. And there's also a lot of amazing people here in the space. May God bless all the streamers out there that dedicate their lives to streaming every single day, that push themselves, that put their money on the line. You know, And that risk it for the biscuit live in front of people all the time. Put their money on the line here. No BS. All right. Pump our bags by hitting that like button. Exactly. More people, like, say you like whatever altcoin we go over later on, and more people know about that altcoin. If you hit the like button, more people are going to know about the altcoin. It's only going to help you in the long run. Okay? We're getting the pump here back to the upside, getting the move here for BTC. And I don't know what just happened. We got 3,348 people here on the live. It just absolutely exploded. The algo just said, boom, here you go, Sammy. And people are flooding into this reversal for BTC. And it's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to grab things on the low. Okay? Any meme coin to 10x today, I'm buying. Amen. Blessing, Sammy, master friend of the lifers. Amazing to be here. DJ dumped down to the golden pocket. Perfect entry for 300% move. Amen. Griffin is hot, honestly, and I would take advantage of Griffin at any low dip because that thing was out of control. So coins that were out of control and just ripping, I would take advantage of. See, this looks like it may come down a little bit. I just like to scalp another $100 here. I do this all day. Little by little, it adds up to $1,000. In a week, you can make 6 grand, 10 grand. You'd be surprised how much this adds up over time. And another thing that it does is, you know what it does? You don't lose your money. Most people are risking it for the biscuit it every single time. And I don't know if that's really what you want to be doing. When I'm away from the 21, I'm wary that we're coming back to it, especially with some bearish divergence. See? And look at that dump immediately. If you can't handle, if you don't know how to trade this volatility, you got to be careful. Okay. Anything that was strong, actually Hyperliquid, one of the strong coins, slipped my mind this morning, which is kind of like, no excuses there. Hype. I would have sworn, so Mexi never snatched it up. Anyway, let's take a look at it here on the DEX. Even Colin might get a bounce here on the low there. This was really the time to take advantage. We did talk about PURR. We went over PURR and we went over all the hotness. Look at hype. Just, oh my God. Ripping to 30. That's insane. And look, there's my target too at 29, 28. Then it came down into the flag and then this thing was just out of control. And so I didn't, I went over PURR and let's take a look at PURR. Took a big rip. We went over this last night in the screen share. I said any coin I would buy in these dips would be PURR. I said the thing is hot and look at it did rip. And we went over this last night in the weekly screen share together. So you would have been privy to this information. A pump of 35% in 4 hours. I mean, boom, right? H Fund should be following that right to the upside. Hyper Fund, if it hasn't pumped yet, it did. They both pumped. They both doing the same thing. So and honestly, this has legs. I see this going up to 472 and continuing to rip to the upside. The hype, wow, that's pretty interesting to see hype doing that. That's awesome. All right. Bitcoin getting back on track here for a possible retest bounce. Let me see what I'm seeing here. Let me see if we can make some sense of this. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. So here we go. This is what I like seeing. There's your smooth moving average. There's your 21. You're above the 200 MA now. Again, the buy above the 200 MA with the stop loss below, still in the money. You're still taking in gains right now if you listen to me here. And honestly, the initial trade was this this rising wedge that was going to break to the upside. It had a target of about 98,500. Hey, Loish, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, my name's Peter Griffin. Everybody, you got to go watch Sam Price on, he's the crypto lifer. He's the best. If you're going to trade cryptocurrency and you're going to be in Quahog, Rhode Island, then you're going to have to trade with Sam Price, the crypto lifer. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up your... Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. When I am YJ Jung Cell 100% about later, you have Tom. I don't know what you're saying, man. God bless you. Render 5-minute looking like it's flirting with the 200 MA. I like it. I mean, this breaks above what's called the smooth moving average. And we're going to get an even bigger move here to the upside for BTC. And what it looks like, we may be getting a flag as such like this. And that could be a parabolic move back to the upside, my friends. And that's how parabolas are formed, even on the smaller reversals. And again, I'm not trying to be the, I don't want to be I'm not a perma bull here or any of that. I'm just trying to show you that's like right back to 103,000, like before you know it. The whole world wishes they got Bitcoin. It's the greatest asset in the world. You know what I mean? Nation states literally being like, dang, I wish we added that. And then behind the scenes, there's a war for national security behind who can own more Bitcoin. Because, you know what I mean? That's going to be who has a stockpile of wealth. I'm just saying, and a big deal. Like there's people talking about microsailor getting liquidated today. That's hilarious. That's a day to buy. You know what I mean? That's a stone cold buy to me. Right? So anyway, it's amazing, right? So continuing to go to the upside and continuing to rip here. So if this goes tight, we go back here to $99,920, right? And I want to see if this thing can absolutely take a huge ripper back to the upside. So the 4-hour can get back above the 200 MA. If the 4-hour gets back above the 200 MA, my friends, I would open up a long and we would be right back to business as usual. This is the same thing I was looking at last night. We're going to break that down on the bigger time frame in a second. All right. But look, I mean, you got a bullish engulfing candle right now. You've almost erased the entire dump from last night. We were right here around 97,000 when I went to sleep last night. This is pretty awesome if you think about it. Not too shabby for BTC. And it's a good time to be alive. If you want to trade where we trade, I trade on weeks. All right. I also trade here on MEXC. Both are amazing places to be, amazing exchanges to be at. I mean, I just love them. So weeks is awesome too. All right. Very simple and easy to open up a trade on weeks. I'm looking at the 5-minute, the same kind of setup here. I was looking for Bitcoin. I just want the 21-day moving average to come touch price action. When that happens, I'm going to take another trade here for BTC. This is my system. This is what I do over and over again, day in and day out. The same strategies, time and time again, over and over and over again. All right. So here we're looking for this move here, finally all the way to the upside here at 99,387. Can the 21 come there? Price can get to there, and then boom, to the upside, we get a bigger move, right? So what I'm looking at there, it would be nice to get the stop below the 200 MA. It's going to be a little, it could be a 2.5 risk reward ratio. It takes away some risk. 99,387. Stop loss anywhere really somewhere between 96.6 and that area that I'm looking at. 96,179. And I know we don't take 2.5s, but I mean, that's not that big of a deal comparatively. Right? And that's something I will be looking forward to if we can fill out that flag, pull up to 21, and that's our next big move. And honestly, I see a bigger pump coming out of that because once you liquidate, and then the liquidations cascade and all the late shorts start to eat. And there's a lot of people on the sidelines that wish they got BTC. So we'll see what happens. All right. They wanted alt season. All they got was salt season. Oh my God. Cast forming a potential inverted head and shoulder. The normal leverage I use is between, 15 and 25x, depending on the trade. It really doesn't matter too. It's really more about the stop loss and the risk to reward every time. That's really the key. All right. Yeah. Man, I need, you're funny. Shout out to Sheen Kuhn. I was expecting 40 to 50% drop in Bitcoin. Man, I was wrong. The thing won't budge. I mean, we'll see. You never know. This could get rejected. We could come down. We could lose the 200, turn into a bear flag, and next we could be dumping back to 90,000. Never get complacent in trading. Always take a deep breath. What I will, be willing to, what I'm willing, I'll celebrate a move above the 200 MA. A close above 97.2 on the daily. Like we get a close above 97.2 on the daily. That's bullish to me. All right. Because that's the key level that I'm discussing that I keep going over. That's our weekly support and resistance. So it's really like 97. Let's see where the candle ended up opening. This candle opened, 97,185 is the level that I'm really interested in. So as long as we get, and so I call it 97.2. So we get back above 97.2, and there's a good chance here that weekly support holds. We start to consolidate, and the 3-day consolidates, and we build some type of like more bullish, like this consolidates up in an uptrend. And that was your last chance to buy Bitcoin on the low. And again, usually you have to have a lot of guts to buy Bitcoin. A lot of times the opportunities are only given to the people that really have the ability to take them. So I wouldn't be surprised. But again, anything is possible. We could even get a bounce back all the way to the upside. And we're still inside this channel. So until we broke out and I saw that type of consolidation, I'd have to assume we're making the falling wedge. And we could be seeing 89 and 80,000. So I don't want everyone here to think it's, Master Friend called the bottom. I don't know. And I don't want to, I'm not defying him. I think he's so money that I'm like, man, I hope he's 100% right. But hope, right? Who knows? But he may see, again, we all have our own sauce. He has some sauce that's got him in a convicted state. My mind is this. I mean, anything is possible still. At the same time, I'm starting to lean that we're getting this bullish reversal because you can see it. Look, this looks like you'd make an inverted shoulder, head, shoulder, break back to the upside, right? Some strong bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. And I pointed out the RSI once hadn't been this low since right here, November 2nd, and then hadn't been that low since October 1st. So you only got really the RSI to get this low in the 1 hour once a month. I know what you thought, but try to keep it to yourself. So Bitcoin had its once a month moment. So horrible. Anyway, so the idea behind this is, that's a bullish sign so far. Now, again, we have to get above this resistance right there at 98,485, 99, I call it 98.5. You break 98.5, that's our first level, first step that we could kind of start to get a move on here. So we get above the 4 hour, boom, a big pump can happen on the bigger time frames. 1 hour getting above the 21 is a good sign. And then that's why I'm watching these smaller time frames really closely. And the 5 minute really is kind of my go-to time frame today. The 1 minute showed me strength already. Now I want the 5 minute to kind of do exactly what the 1 minute did. I want it to go sideways. I want it to show me bullish consolidation. I want it to rub my feet, you know what I mean? And massage my back and tell me it's all going to be good. What I mean by that is I want it to give me positive price action with high probability bullish moves. I don't want it to lose the 200 MA. I don't want to see it starting to dump. If that happens, this whole rally is lackluster and it was a fake out breakout, just trying to pull in and do some long so they could crush us yet again. So just be careful here. It is a high volatility, low volume Friday. That's why I've been in and out on the charts. Just, if I make $200 today, I'd be happy. I'm not a greedy guy. I don't have to make tons of gains trading leverage. I don't have to risk all my money. I've made a few mil. I've done good. I don't have to force it, right? I've got my family out of poverty. So at this point, as long as I just kind of trade light, do my thing and learn each day, I'm going to be fine. All right. If I go start swinging, 100 grand for a mil or 10 grand for 100 grand every 5 seconds, I do make $100,000 trades all the time. All right. Okay. Trading options expire. Quad Witchbird. Yeah, exactly. Options expire today too, which is bad news. Sammy, did you see Polygon tweeting about Wild? It looks like they will be collabing. Wild will explode in 2025. I firmly believe that, man. And gaming's going to get big. And I love it. Shout out to Master Friend of the house. God bless you, my friend. Sam, how do you add a stop loss when you first enter and there's chop? I use the 200 MA as my point to stay below it. So what's cool about this trade here is you could do two things. And one, it hit me the other day. So I'd always be close to the bone here. And I'd be like, all right, can I make this scalp? And you might get stopped out. So say you have somewhere to go and you don't have time, but you're like, you know what? We're above the 200 MA. Many times we win that trade. And you're like, so you have to make a bigger parameter trade. Like something like this. And you make the trade like this. And then if you're up here somewhere when you get back, you just close the trade out. And you still get the 200 MA as your protection. The point about this trade, you kind of know you're not really going for the bigger trade. You just set it as your cover parameters. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. So then you don't have to be so close to the bone on the smaller trade, and you can still win. And you're still using your concepts while having a bigger stop loss. If that makes, Again, the position size is lowered at that point because it would make the stop loss, you know, you can't, you lower the stop loss when you lower the position size when the stop loss gets bigger. For instance, if my stop loss was here and I traded 500 for 100, fine. But if I bring the stop loss here, now I'm going to actually lower the position size. So I still only lose 100 or 200 bucks, you know, because if you keep that same trade and you pull it here, you're going to lose 500. Okay. A lot of people don't do the math on risk management at all. I don't think they sit and do enough risk management. I don't think they really even know how to do it. I think it is a bit of a skill to care about your risk management, to do it calculated on a risk basis and know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Very, very important. Most people, they're losing most of the time because they don't have proper risk management. Their trades aren't that bad. They understand TA. Sometimes most of the time they actually have the direction right. They fumble around with the stop loss in the areas that they want to put it at because they don't have any understanding of why and what happens to price action, right? Learning how the 200 MA works and how the 21 crosses it and all this is all how it works. So if we removed, see, the thing about it too is we ended up going back to the upside today. This will end up showing me, okay, two things, right? That you kind of extrapolate your mind into a bot-like frequency, meaning you just watch this like a bot and how a bot would take in this movement. Because a lot of days what I'm doing is I'll watch the smaller time frames and then I'll look and realize that I called like a daily reversal, but I was just sticking to my script on the little time frame. And, and the more bot-like my brains become, the more I see these things, it's pretty weird, but I hope you know what I'm saying. It's hard to convey at one point. Would have to be a 2-3 unless I keep it like, still very high risk too. We're getting rejected by the smooth moving average. We cross the smooth. I'm telling you, a big move comes when you do that. And again, back above 97.2. I can't tell you how happy that makes me because it tells me, hey, man. And again, I shouldn't even get happy about it. I should just be like, whatever's. Because, right when I said. But, it gives me a bit of hope here that because it's not just me and my emotions. It's technical analysis. Like the TA, I'm like, wow. We could get back above a serious technical area that could really help us continue further. All right. Hi, Def. We have options for hands-on trading in the Discord. This is the best chat. If I share this live, you will have 4K views eventually. Oh, yeah. We don't get happy around here. This is how you get wrecked. Amen. Yeah. Sam, what do you think about a 13, 15-year curve? I don't know what that means. Yeah. God bless you, though. I hope it works, man. Yeah. I don't know everything. Everyone's like, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know what that is. I look at the charts every day. Nice pump. I like how the 21's coming closer up to price action. 96,304, right? I like this trade. There's a high probability it's going to rip for me. I'm just going to risk what I like, maybe a little more than I've gained today. So I basically only lose 80 bucks or something. And let's see, a new trade is on here for BTC. Let's jump on into the chat and see what's happening with you beautiful people here in the fan funding. All right. Wow, a lot of chats. Master Friend says, when live, Sam. God bless you, brother. Bitcoin 2 Golf 30 G's upside. Bounce off the 50 RSA in the daily time frame. The same run could allow 125 Bitcoin or so as of now. God bless you. Shout out to Michael Chapman in the house for the $1 pound. AAVE holding 300 like a boost. That's amazing. When you open a long or short, what lever do you use? We talked about that. Shout out to Jay Bella. Thank you. Edmund gifted the memberships. Hype is flying. I nearly panic sold. Oh, I'm happy you didn't. Much love to you and the lifers. Can you do TA on SWE, please? We'll take a look at SWE. Why are when Jay or Jung sell by 100% and buy later? Do you have time? I don't know what he's saying there. If anyone can understand that. Saying, can we look at Link during your legendary altcoin hour? Thanks for all you do, brother. Let's get this reversal. Shout out to Boyce 102. I could be wrong and okay with that. I permit myself to be wrong. Proper risk management takes sketch of losing away. I have a good feeling. I shouldn't say that, but You know, something tells me you're spot on, though, brother. Sammy, did you see Polygon tweeting about Wild? It looks like they will be collabing. Wild will explode. I love hearing that. Shout out to JD. Wild's one of my long-term accumulation holds. Some of this stuff you guys have been seeing me hold for years and years. Let's take a look at AAVE. Let's take a look at SWE. And we looked at Hype already, too. Unbelievable what Hype's doing there. AAVE, strong coin. You know, a lot of DeFi, a lot of people using it to make gains. Holding 300 nicely. Wasn't a beautiful flag, though. Wanted to see that thing pump to the upside, and it did fall back down, like everything in the game. So let's take a look at AAVE and where it could go, what we're looking at. Came back to the 21 on the daily, which is actually a really good sign in a bull market. That's going to be your bounce. I mean, that's your bull flag. What you're looking for there is compliments. What kind of compliments? And what do I mean by that? Well, in trading, I'm looking for compliments, meaning, you know, not condiments. No, but you're looking for compliments, meaning you're looking for an idea to add on to the already, to the idea of the trade. So it's like this, you know, what complements the idea that we are already going to the upside. So what you're looking for are two complements to the trade. When you're near the 21 of the daily, you're looking for hidden bullish divergence. That checks off right there. We get that. Okay. Label it nicely. And then you want to pull a fib. And you should be hitting the 0.618 or the 0.786. Somewhere in that box. And of course, you would wick down to the 786 for a perfect entry at 271, which is already up about 10%. Okay. And you got oversold stochastics RSI. This is my model. I play this all the time for longs, you know, and this suggests that we would get a bounce back to the upside. We play this flag on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, the 15, the 1 hour, and now you can see it pushed all the way out to the daily time frame. I've played these types of flags on the weekly too as well. Again, remember how important $97,180 to $200 level is for our weekly close today, this week, and for our daily close tonight, but mainly for the weekly close. Shout out to the 3,000 people here on the live, 1,000 likes. Thank you so much for the 1,000 likes. I greatly appreciate that. That's very, very nice of you. May God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Okay, so I like AAVE, and this thing could continue to do some damage. Again, Bitcoin tumbles, it all kind of still takes a bit, you know, it takes a toll on it, but it's at previous support with resistance. You bounce off that 618 fib. I mean, you got to like this as an accumulation point for AAVE on the daily time frame, especially with that massive wick there as well. Thank you for AAVE, man. God bless you. I'm definitely watching AAVE, strong coin for reversal. All right. So, who here panic sold? Anyone panic sell? Anyone want to just let it out and tell the group? Because it's better off when you tell everybody. And it's okay. And we're not going to make fun of you. I promise. We're actually going to tell you. We're actually going to think you're pretty cool for admitting it. Anyone here panic sell? Did anybody panic sell anything? Let me know. I just would like to know, did anybody panic sell? This guy said he did. This person said they panic sold. I panicked, but it didn't sell. I love it. Nope. I panicked spot buy, and I love it. I got stopped out on everything, to be honest. All right. At least you had stops, man. I panic bought. All panic, no sell. Okay. Yes, last night. Oh, man. Yes, I did. Okay. Nope. That crossed my mind, though. Only bought more. No selling, just panic. I smashed the buy button. Heck no. My spot. Oh, this is a good question to ask. Look at this. This induced so much chat. It's crazy. Panic bought. I survived barely. I panic sold my Bitcoin and Sol and Pepe. I love you. Panic bought the fallen knife. You're funny. I shorted and did well. Stop losses got exploded, to be honest, as well. A panic sell. Who's selling if nobody sold? All right. Sui will go all-time high. Sui is hot. Sui is hot. So this Bitcoin trade starting to play out pretty nicely for us. Starting to kind of show off like it's going to do some damage. I like it. I may even double down here if it keeps going sideways like that. And teasing me that way. Don't tease me, Bitcoin, huh? All right. I panic sold 2 days ago. Bought back a few hours ago. They're funny. This guy's funny. Took some L's but didn't blow out my account. All right. All the influencers are screaming we're going down more, and that's the sound we're going up again. People, these guys are almost always wrong. I have no idea. See, that's the thing. I'm not an influencer. I'm a trader. And I just say I have no idea where we're going. Every single day I say I have no idea. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Because I listen to Trading in the Zone and Mark Douglas. And I listen to older men than me that have mentored me in the art of trading. And they told me I could never tell myself I know where price is going. It doesn't work like that. Look at this nice pump for Bitcoin to the upside. Another trade if you took it with me, again in the green. Remember, you're only seeing an hour of my trading. I could pull out 350 an hour, 400 an hour. Yeah, sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 175, sometimes it's 300. It depends. This one might be the big pump. You never know. The idea is not to lose your money each day so you feel more confident about getting back in the market the next day. If you see green trades, no matter how small they are, it's still you didn't lose. All right? I like Eric Crown's nerded out analysis. Oh, me too. He's like, all the way to the upside. I love when he does that, man. I don't know why. It always gets me. He's like, we're all gonna buy all the way to the upside, guys. Meme it all the way. He basically is that voice of like just idiot traders that do the stupidest things. And he's like, okay, all the way to the upside now. It never goes down. Yay. Sweet Lincoln Wild to the upside. Eric is funny, man. Jim Cramer got bearish. So pumped. I love it. I love it. Yeah. That guy is such a strange person, man. I don't know how he lives with himself, honestly. Like, he's definitely a paid shill to like move retail in and out of positions. I don't know what the heck. It's like, I mean, it's obvious, right? So SWE at 350, bouncing all the way back to 430. And SWE, I said to my trading group too, I'm like, I'm going to grab some SWE here. Almost grabbed $5,000 on a pop. Would have been almost a good idea there. And that was earlier today, 7 in the morning, 3-4 hours ago. And SWE was down 373. Wow. SWE just made a nice pump back into its beautiful place. And again, man, a lot of people know this coin's hot. A lot of people wish they got in. And a lot of people wanted to get down on SWE and couldn't because the price action was just so volatile. So, like they're like, dang, it's up too much and I don't want to chase, right? So you waited and then it kept going and going and going. And now I'm looking at the 3-day chart. I mean, we could almost say that SWE could get back inside this, turn into a flag, and then, I mean, that thing's gone, baby, gone. So if anything continues to pump and continue to rip, it's SWE. And again, these Bitcoin dips don't stop the fact that there's Web3 interaction. There's people making money on these memes, and there's just a lot going on right now, right? So we're looking for some type of consolidation here for SWE. And I see 815, honestly. I know, like, I'm getting bullish when we should be bearish. But this bounce is promising here for SWE. And I like what I'm seeing. The daily got oversold, but you still held a higher low. You've got hidden bullish divergence here because that swings down while that swings up. Tells me that trend could continue to the upside. I firmly like what I see here for SWE, and there's definitely opportunity here. 100% there's opportunity here, without a doubt in my mind. So you do whatever makes you happy, and I got a fat bag in deep, and we'll see where that goes. Let's take a look at my baby deep and see how deep fared the dump there. Again, a close on the daily above 97.2 would make me, again, content for the moment. Wow, deep having a massive pump back to the upside. Like, look at that thing. This thing is on fire right now. And deep actually may be the rippage of the day. That's a bull pennant on the 1 minute time frame. Deep Book Protocol looking absolutely lovely here. And yes, I do own this coin, but that looks like we can get a rip. I mean, that's going to be 16% gains on Deep Book. Why is Deep Book pumping so hard? What's happening with Deep Book? And dude, Deep Book was at its all-time high there at 12.5. It's back at triple once. It's one of the strongest coins in the game right now because it's attached to SUI and the SUI DEX. I told everyone, if you'd missed SUI, that Deep Book was the play at 0.5 cents, and Deep Book has doubled and continuing. I see, when SUI goes from $4 to $8, Deep Book goes from 11 cents to 30 cents, 40 cents. You're talking a 4x. I believe it will outperform SUI. You know what I mean? Again, call me crazy. And look, that's the broadening falling wedge that breaks out, or you can say it's the wedge that broke in and broke back inside. However you want to play it, both of them are viable ideas. I've backtested them both for years, and I've learned that it really doesn't matter that perspective as long as one of them works for you. And then above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame, which is a known pump, on many assets throughout the world. And this will follow SWE. And we showed you that it looks like, so this looks bullish to me. Like there could be some bigger moves here to the upside. So altcoins, getting a little bit of a release here. And let's take a look at the hottest coins in the game right now in the last hour. Hyperliquid, of course, becoming the winner. Still up in 24 hours, not really caring about the dip, showing you that there's still more coming. Farcoin does not care. That is the most hated rally, meaning it's a coin that people don't understand why it keeps pumping, and it keeps pumping. And it's like either you get on the Farcoin train or you don't, right? Move continues to pump too. That was a hot coin yesterday and continuing to show strength. Jasmine at 3 cents, Radium, and memes really did take a hit though. Memes took a hit. It's going to take a few months for those memes to get back. Virtual 236, very strong. Ondo 174, very strong. AOIZ 94, very strong. Caspa, not too bad. Mantra OM, very strong. WIF, actually pretty close to $2, pretty strong to me. Doge holding 30 cents ain't bad, could be better. And wow, and Aerodrome, got hammered. Near holding 5. There's some potential out there, but really it's the main, wow, that Hyperliquid, really, people just, and Move, we actually keep kind of looking at, and Move is interesting. So, SWE to $8, it looks like sometime sooner than later. Again, these dips really show strength in coins. And again, maybe we dump and this isn't it. You never know. I don't want to but I take it one step, one moment at a time. And, we don't want to overstep our boundaries here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We're going to jump into all your altcoins, start sending them at us and talk about it. Let's have some fun. But I talked about this last night in my trading group. I said the coins that I would be buying tonight is PURR, right? Because they were the hottest coins, the Hyperliquid meme coins. So, again, to me, it was pretty obvious. And I was 100% accurate there with that move last night. And then we also called the short below that 200 MA on the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin. So, not too shabby if you're in the trading group and you got the education last night inside the weekly screen share. You'd been pretty spot on today. Number one, you wouldn't have been taken blindside about dump because we went over the fact that it could dump, right? So this thing's been hot. It ripped, came down, and then compared to the rest of the market, not seeming to take too much of a dip here. And if we delete it all, it came down to 618 fibs on that wick there, and now it's forming a bit of a, a symmetrical triangle. Which is pretty bullish compared to the market after it dipping. But again, this could dump. You never know. It's high risk at this point to get into Temu. But it showed a lot of strength compared to the rest of the market. And it's still got a tiny, tiny market cap. Someone made me go over this 7 times in a row at a $4 million market cap. They just kept asking me about it. And I was like, fine. And, it's been growing ever since. So this is a channel where you'll find a lot. You're going to find memes. You're going to find Bitcoin plays, live trades. There's going to be so much coming at you every single day here on this channel. And it's all to your fancy when it comes to cryptocurrency. We'll also entertain you, make you laugh, have some fun. All right? The other day I was talking to my wife. She said, how come you don't take me to a place I've never been, So I took her to the kitchen. Hey. I took her to the kitchen over there. Hey. Banana Gun, please, came to the 786 on the 3-day chart. That looks interesting. Shout out to Carlos Alejandre. And let's take a look at Link Wild. And TEMA looks interesting to me. If anything on the radar could pump, TEMA does look like it could get back to basics here and pump to 4 0.8% for TEMA. I would watch TEMA very closely. So we're identifying key areas of the market that look hot. SWE ecosystem hot. Deeper protocol. Bull flag. Right? Nice. Move hot. Right? Brand new coin. It's got legs. And we actually talked about it there with the bounce at 660, and it bounced. It did bounce, right? And now you could almost say it's in this wacky kind of pattern here, but that's good enough. It's bullish signs that this thing continues up. That's not a usual pattern I would play. It's very strange. So it's not like business as usual, but we'll see. It could go to 109. Interesting. 97,560 for Bitcoin. Don't forget, we have a live trade open right now out of this flag to the upside. We're up $77, $677 at one point there. It's $1,200 in at 25x leverage. It's a $29,000 trade for Bitcoin. And it's starting to rip here. And this will be the third trade that we showed you how to enter. It did rip since jump. And if you got in when the 5-minute crossed the 200 MA here, like I suggested at the beginning, you're still in the money on the trade. Nothing has changed. So good for you. Continue to rip. Let's have this dip. Make our day here. And Bitcoin back to 98,005. Then we could get to 100,000. Next thing you know, we're back at 100K and everyone's looking at us like, it's a bull run, man. You buy the dips of the bull run. You got to buy the dip. You got to buy something in the dip. You got to buy something in the dip. I personally bought so many things below that even on this dip, I was still like, I bought things lower than that. You know, like I bought my render lower than they dipped it. I bought a lot of the things way lower than I dipped it. Not everything, but many things. All right. They dipped my degen. All right. This looks interesting. I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin though. So far, so good. So not only are we giving you live trades, finding all the coins that are hot after a massive dump, keeping our head together, keeping you calm, showing you where the opportunity is. We're also going to be deep diving and finding out the hottest coins in the game, right? So, and let's take a look at what's happening today in the markets, shall we? Pudgy Penguins holding a 2.5 cent, 2.6 cents. Puffer Finance looks like it will continue to do damage over time. Saga also a coin you want to watch over time. EYWA, new coin on our radar. Probably going to start trading low cap. That one could 50x throughout the month because it's low. AI16Z continues to gain steam there and a little bit of a pullback. Make sure, you know. Blast token finally back on the radar. People looking at it. Hashkey, dog with hat. People starting to look at it again. Turbo, Peanut the Squirrel at 63 cents. It got absolutely demolished. And Fart Coin at 122. And those are the most popular searches. The 20 coins, top 20 coin searches in the last 7 days, you know, combined what people have looked at. Algorand too as well. And Chia Network. Then you got Swan Chain. These are the ones that people have visited. All right, in the last 7 days. And you want to see kind of the overlap here. Pudgy Penguins, Fuel Network, Hyperliquid, unbelievable. Solana 189, right? Swan Chain, ENA, Ondo Finance. Ondo showing a lot of strength. Over Protocol, a new one. Write that down. We haven't seen that yet. And then Sui showing strength. So, you know, they like XRP there too. XRP holding 220. Very interesting. Very, very strong. And Vanna on the radar too as well. Bitcoin getting that pump, really showing signs of life here for BTC. And we're finally getting a bit of a movement back in for these altcoins, right? And I got some dry powder there on the radar. I got a little bit of dry powder there. I'm willing, you know. Man, what a day though. What a day. 97,600 for Bitcoin. The pump could be real here with that nice wick off the top of the channel. And the continuation move to the upside up 8%, $90 on the trade. Let's get this continuation to the upside here for Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to take a look at Lincoln Wild. And we got some more super chats coming in from some beautiful people. Just Chuck says, can you do some TA for sushi? Thanks, legend. Shout out to Just Chuck. We love you, man. Could you check XRP chart? Long or short-term scenarios? I've been a follower for over a year. Let's go. We love you, brother. Thank you. So we're going to look at Link, Wild, BEAMX, Banana Gun, Soul, Cow. Wow, we got some more coming in here on the live. Thank you for the super chats. I greatly appreciate it. It'll come back to you tenfold to all you people that did that. You did not have to give, but you did. Move looks like it could kind of shoulder, head, and right shoulder its way out of here to the to 110. It's been pumping after its rounded bottom there, and it just came out. So I don't see how it doesn't continue to move. No pun intended. Move. Oh, I'm the worst. Anyway, let's take a look at Chainlink here and see what's happening all the way back to 22. Come on, Chainlink. You could do better than that. All right. Let's take a look at what's happening to Chainlink on the bigger time frames and zoom on in. First thing we're going to do is look at the weekly. Huge pump on the weekly. I guess coming back near the 21 couldn't be the worst. Consolidate. Get ready for a bigger move. All right. Previous support is resistance right here. You don't want to lose 20.93. That area kind of has to hold. If you don't, then you're dropping back down to 17, and it's kind of like, A little bit of hidden bullish in a way. That swings down, that swings up on the 3-day chart. Some wick there. But it's hard to kind of get a sense of what's happening. So, like, we'd have to be getting a bounce and forming one of these. Do you see? We might make a right shoulder here. So that's could still make a right shoulder a dump. Wow. So, you know, I'm watching this closely. Anything is possible, but just detail wise, it doesn't look amazing. You got that rounded top. So really, you want to see this trend line hold, and you got to get a bounce here sooner than later. If not, and even if you do get the bounce, you could make a right shoulder. Remember, I got 100 grand in this at like $11, maybe 80 grand, something like that. A good amount though. So at one point, it was in a pretty high figure level. We got to get the bounce. Bitcoin gets the bounce. This gets us the bounce. It all bounces. But if not, I mean, you could just, right? So really depends on what Bitcoin does today. These key levels don't look amazing. It is a Fibonacci. I'd like to see it get up in here first, and then there's more of it, you know, show me some type of area, maybe a cup and handle. The 4-hour suggests you will get a bounce to the upside. Let's see how these stochastics go. And back to 97,260. Bitcoin got a pump, but it was lackluster. It didn't seem to want to hold its gains. And it is a Friday. Be careful trading Fridays. All right. Back to the bottom of the pattern there. And let me take a look at my 1 minute. 1 minute could crash all the way back to the 200 MA. There's some bearish divvy there too. Got a bit of a rising wedge. So you're at, you know, either you're going to pump hard or dump hard now at this point. And you may dump pretty hard here at 97.3. I mean, I'm open-minded that anything could happen. So got to bounce off this bottom trend line like now or never, really. In the next minute, like this got to bounce. If not, then the pattern gets destroyed and you're dumping. It's more of a shoulder, a head, right shoulder. You got to get some type of bounce here soon. You had it right there for a second, but it didn't hold. There you go, a bit of a bounce there. We'll see what happens. Again, trading on Friday is very, very, very sketchy. Be careful, especially after massive liquidations. Good chance that not, you know, that's why I've been very, very careful with my trades, in and out. You know, like I don't need to risk losing $500 to see if I can make it. I'd rather just cut off smaller trades. Like, it's about winning at the end of the day. All right, got the bounce so far. We'll see, though. Not amazing. Let's take a look at Wild. Okay. Forgot ID there. Wilder World on MEXC. Everyone knows I love this coin. Been long-term accumulating it for a long time. It ripped to 106 only to get shattered. Dang, man, what a beatdown. Like, only the other coins lose like 5 or 10%. This thing like always seems to lose is like everything it has. Like, people sell this thing off so fast. So disheartening. This has been a long hold. I've been in this for a long time, like almost 2 years now, and it's just been, now I know why most people don't make it in cryptocurrency, because you have to have staying power. You almost have, it's just like nuts how long sometimes you have to hold when it's supposed to be the fastest, funnest game, you know, and it doesn't always seem to be the case. Bitcoin's struggling to hold 97,000 now, and we're dumping hard out the rising wedge to the downside. That's a bail moment for me. You got to stay inside the pattern for me to remain bullish. You can't play me like that. And right shoulder, look at shoulder, head, bit of a little right shoulder dump. Let me look at my smaller time for the next time frame. 5 minutes still above the 200 MA, right? Which is the initial call, but that's like, you know, and you're coming back to the 21, which makes sense. But, you know, I'm sketched out by today. You know, we're all wounded soldiers here after such a battle with BTC. So 97.2 is my line, man. We got to hold 97,200. Such a key level that I would like us to hold. So important. So Wild is also in the same boat, though, as a lot of these coins. Could that be the perfect place to get back in? I mean, that's previous support as resistance right there. You're getting a bounce. You kind of have to bounce there. If not, I mean, you're going to dwindle lower and there's going to be more pain. 66 even for Wild, and back to 150 could be the move. As you can see, like, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but I'm not panic selling my coins, and I believe there's, you know, I believe you got to add to the dips. All right. This coin was in that nice cup and handle. It got soiled. No pun intended, right? Can you look at Sushi, TA? Let's take a look at Sushi. Says Just Chuck. You know, everything's kind of doing that same move that we just kind of went over on a lot of coins. So you want to see your pump, you want to pull your fib, and I mean, that's a great place to be re-entering, right? The 618 golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. You'll learn this over time, you know, and you basically hit Alt F, which gives you fibs. You pull from the bottom to the top. Your fib won't have the 0.65. You have to add 0.065 right there, 0.65. Turn it white with the 618. I like to do that so you can clearly see your golden pocket defined. And then it's just obvious, like, you're going to get a bounce here back to the upside. 90% of the time, you're going to bounce right here. So this would be your perfect entry for Sushi. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to, there's a 10% chance it dumps, and there's a chance it doesn't do that. That's the sad thing about life, but, you know. Somebody says Cal looks strong. This coin looks really nice, TEMA. We've gone over it, and it's holding really nicely in the dump. Cow Protocol, somebody said. It looks pretty whack to me. I don't even want to look at that. That's horrible. Okay. I probably looked at the wrong. Hey, can you check XR, please? XR, please. XR, please. Can you take XRP? Let's take a look at XRP. Bitcoin back to 97,150. Really not, you know, not abusing us right now. So XRP kind of in what's called a bullish rectangle at the present moment in time. Getting whipped back into position after the nasty dumpage. Could have got XRP at about 195, you can believe it. A lot of people are up on those buys. So, like, they forced it down to limit order areas. I see XRP moving to 426, and it looks like it's going to happen sooner than later. Nice pump coming for XRP, so I wouldn't give up on XRP. It looks interesting to me. See if we can get to a bounce to the top of the channel at least, and then go from there. And back above 97,200, just watching Bookmap out of the corner of my eye for you. 97,310 for BTC. Trade still alive, baby. Trade still alive. Looks like this flag could eventually get us paid here, as it's coming closer to the 21-day moving average above the 200 MA. It's a very, very bullish sign for BTC. Move your stop losses up and down quickly and easily by just adjusting. You can change your profit. You know, same thing on weeks. It's very simple and easy to do. It's a very nice way to trade. All right. Sign up if you'd like to at these pinned comments up here. You go to cryptolifer.com, sign up to the trading group, jump on in. Last night you would have been in a weekly screen share where I went over the basically how to short the market by using the 200 MA on the 4-hour time frame. And let me kind of show and discuss what I went over there just quickly, briefly, as we get back into the super chats. I'll use like the Coinbase chart for a split second. So whenever you lose the 4-hour 200 MA, you likely take a dump to the downside. I've seen it. Usually you'll dump down to like the 6-hour 200 MA. That will be your next line of entry. And so last night I saw that we were below the 4-hour. I suggested we just enter a short right there with a stop loss on the other side of the 200. It pumped up a little bit right after I had it, but it never got back above, and then it took a nasty dump. Bitcoin back to 97,500. Getting the move to the upside. You are in the money now. It crosses the smooth moving average. That could be a really nice big pump here. So, and we're back in the green. It was, for a second, it was looking sketchy. We're back in the green, and Bitcoin really starting to do some damage cheese. and, you know, doing damage to the upside here for Bitcoin. First target would take us to 99,800. And again, getting back above 98.5 is huge. Getting back above the smooth moving average on the 5-minute time frame is going to solidify at least a little more pump. We got to get above this white line, this opaque white line here, this smooth moving average, the SMMA, the 200 smooth for BTC on the 5-minute time frame. Write that down. You'll become a G if you use it. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So we get back above that 200 MA in the 4-hour too. It's business as usual. Okay? And this is kind of what I looked at on the bigger time frame. Last night as I went to bed, I said, you know, there's a chance we long. I had to, you know, and I said, but don't, you know, you don't long unless we get back above. And I said, if we get back above, I'll lose the short tonight. And I said that to everybody. And I said what I was willing to lose, and we went over it together. And, you know, that's the key about being part of a trading group. Like, you show them what you're going to do regardless. You can't hide it. You can't show wins after the fact and not give them the trade. That's grime, because they're like, well, you didn't show it, but you made the win. So you got to show your trades, but you could lose the ones that you give everyone. What if you lose the ones you give the group? And then, so it takes a real man to run a trading group. It takes a real person to do it the right way, the real way, to be really honest about it, because you got to lay down exactly what you're doing. Almost 90% of the time you do it, basically almost 100% really, to be fully honest. And, you know, getting above this 4-hour 200 MA, that will give us a big pump. We'll get back above the trend line. Right now, we lost the spider line. We lost the trend line. Clear as day. That could be a bearish retest, and we go further to the downside. You know, a measured move takes you to 76,000 is the next little stopover. Or really 85, right? Little bit of room there at about 89, 90K. And you bounced here off this wick, and, you know, this chop. Resistance, resistance, bounce, bounce. You kind of, that was your area. Okay. Interesting. $97,400 for Bitcoin. Doing well so far, so good. I like what we're seeing. Reversal here too. And again, that strong bullish divvy on the 1 hour. Again, the 1 hour once a month only gets this low on the RSI, telling us that that's a pretty low position, right? Look at the 4 hour. When's the last time the 4 hour went below the dotted line on the RSI? Right there on October 1st. It hasn't done it in 2 months. It's December 20th, my friends. That's a rare signal. In a bear market, in a bull market, that's a buy, in my humble opinion. A screaming buy. So again, I could be wrong, and I don't want to be like the perma bull, but I'm just going over some things that really show reversal on many levels. This bullish divergence is strong. Again, what are we looking for? We're going to be looking for these right shoulders here. I see a shoulder, a head. I'm going to be looking for 2 right shoulders, some type of movement, right, that shows an inverted back to the upside here for Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to be looking at. And again, the smaller time frame, while we watch as it consolidates, and can it break out of this tight channel. So far, it's barely above the 200 MA, but it is, I mean, the smooth, but it is above the smooth. It did it twice, though, and was unable to hold it. It has some kind of shoulder, head, and right shoulder vibes going for me. So I'm weary on this price action. I'm always watching. I'm always like, you never know. Deep looks hot right now. Sweet looks hot. Deep breaks this. It goes into it's in an all-time high, and it goes to price discovery back to 17. So I believe I'm onto something here with Deep Book Protocol, but maybe I'm wrong. But I speculate on. I don't see anybody talking about Deep Book. I watch a bunch of people who deep dive. I rarely see anyone talk about Deep Book. I really do. We'll Google it later today, see who, if anyone mentions it. I'm sure someone has to have made a video about it. I'm not the only guy, right? Okay. Let's look at BEAMX, Banana Gun, and Soul. BEAMX, one of my favorite coins that I have. I believe it's going to take off for infrastructure with gaming and do really well. Sad though, it does get sold off pretty heavily, and it's a small coin. It takes a long time to get back, and we were in it here. It got sold. We waited for good. You know, it's just, this has been like a character building bull run for sure. It's really made you who you are to be in this bull run. Like, nothing has been given free. Like, and everyone says you're lucky when cryptocurrency rips. You were not lucky. You had staying power. You believed in yourself. You went through all the ups and downs, and you knew what mattered to you the most, right? This is a giant cup and handle. And again, revisiting, if we wick to wick here, you know, 886, even, and now sitting above a 786, and you're basically about to approach a golden pocket. It tells me this thing's probably going to boom. That's your best price action right there. Previous support is resistance. You're at the 786 Fibonacci retracement. I mean, we're ready to rock. Let's go all the way, you know. Sui pumped 25 cents in minutes. I know. Sui's out of control, man. Once you saw that Bitcoin's okay, people will run right back into Sui. The second Bitcoin shows any signs of support, big people are just like, I'm Suiing it. Look at that thing. Ripped from 349 now all the way back to 450. It's up a buck on 350. It's a little under 30% already. It's pretty awesome, right? Only reason for Bitcoin up is because stock market today. Stock market rolls, Bitcoin down later. You so funny, man. Shout out to Lando. God bless you all. Let's take a look at, we'll give you the macro top 10 analysis at the end of the stream here. And we're going to be looking at everything, you know. Well, when the stream ends, I do it, and then we post it later. I was supposed to make 200K this bull run, made 55K, then longed my whole 55K, and woo, you're funny. I wasn't scared, you were scared. No, you were scared. No, you were scared. Hey, super chats, Banana Gun and Soul. Let's take a look at Solana. I mean, to me, Soul's probably going to bounce there, make a bull flag, and continue to rip. It's Soul. Let's get real. If the market's not nuking, if the world isn't getting a black swan and we're not getting nuked, which I really don't think is happening, but you never know. But if that's not happening, I see this as a bounce, and Soul goes back to 359 sooner than later. And it's just a beautiful pullback for a beautiful pump. Previous support became resistance, and everything looks dandy to me. Nothing really that big of a deal. Nice. And Banana Gun. What you'd think would be make a comeback now after a massive dump. Banana Gun. Banana Gun. Banana. Banana. So Banana looked hot, fell out of the flag, had a nice trend line. And again, it's going to follow Solana. So if, you know, you get, basically I would just draw this and be like, can you get back inside the pattern? Gets back inside, then it pumps up, and then it just kind of channels, and then eventually could break out, right? Nothing crazy to write home about, honestly. And if Solana starts to rip back, so will Banana Gun. But it is low cap, shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's a little sketchy. I would say it would have to get back above 47.50 for me to take it seriously. Dang, Bitcoin back to 47,200. Yeah. How do you take 15 to 20x leverage trades without losing your mind on even a 5% swing? I just do it all the time, so I'm very conditioned to it. I don't even notice it. To me, it's the exact same thing as a swing, you know? And I know what I'm willing to lose. Like, I can only lose 200 bucks. Like, I don't know, man. And I'm not right next to price action. Like, I have space. So, yeah, I just don't stress it. And I win more than I lose over time. So I have faith in my models and what I do. You got to have faith in what you do, though. And that comes with time. You're asking questions that came with a lot of years of trading. Now, look, that's a head and shoulder dumping. That's when I would bail on that. You see? I mean, that's a head and shoulder. That's going to go lower. I'm out on that. Like, that didn't pan out. We got rejected by the smooth moving average. So I made 3 trades. 1 at very break even, or 4 trades maybe. 2 wins, 1 at break even, 1 loss. All right. And again, it's a Friday. If I make $100 today, I'd be happy. But look, that's a shoulder, head, right shoulder now. Let's see. I mean, Let's see what happens. We could be making one of these. But it just looks like it could consolidate way longer, and then I could get back in again. But that looks like it's going to dump. Personally. Doesn't look good to me. And again, sometimes the best trade is no trade. You do not have to trade every single day. Remember that. I made most of my money DCing into Bitcoin, DCing into coins that matter, buying Cardano, holding it long term, having the guts to hold things for a long period of time. Look, that's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. I see that coming down to the 200 MA at least. And that would have lost me way more. It's good to protect. A lot of people can't cut off a trade too. That took me years to be able to do. Once you learn risk management, you learn the leverage doesn't matter. 100%. Exactly. Yeah. When I didn't know how to trade, then the leverage had me going crazy. It's all over the place. Damn, we got rejected by 97,600. And we'll see, though. It's not over to the... Can we flag out and stay above the 200 MA? Great trade there, really. 5 minute to there. It took its time, but that was a great trade. Honestly, if you don't know how to day trade and you don't know what you're doing, you could lose a lot. You know, you can lose a lot. And so I always I feel bad when I see someone that could have just DCA'd and made some money, and instead they day traded or swing traded and they lost tons of money, man. And there was just no need of it. So, you know, you don't see me swing trading my portfolio, right? No, I'm not swing trading 500 grand, you know. Look, you could see that was a shoulder, head, a right shoulder, bearish engulfing candle, lost the 21 MA, dumpage. 15 minute wants to come back to the 21. You see that? And this could just be the right shoulders here. I would have observed that right side for a couple hours, all right? Enjoying your stream, Slifer. Thanks for doing this. Happy holidays. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for the 2,904 people. We had 3,300 people here on the live at one point. It was one of the biggest streams ever in the history of the channel. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. That would greatly appreciate it. And, you know, there's opportunity out here, everybody. There's still opportunity out here. Do not believe there's not. So, I lost 5K on leverage last October, but I could have put it in spot and made 100,000. See? Amen. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the line. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing the most precious asset, and that is your time. I love this, man. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know why there's so many insane people out here, man. But there are children here. Please refrain from using, you know. Let's take a look at OMNIX. And I firmly believe like some of these ecosystems can just firmly do their own thing without. So OMNIX is your next coin there on Hyperliquid, and it's been ripping. Honestly, every one of these is ripped, so I would only assume this one would rip just like the last two. Hyper Fun and you know, PURR. Again, it's high risk, you never know. But this ecosystem is kicking butt right now compared to the rest of the market. That could go to 2.5 cents on its next big run up. If it made it that way, we'll see, right? Boom. The 3-day looks like the Titanic. Just started trading any yeah. Lifer, I want massive XRP adoption. I want my kids eating XRP cereal and playing with Bad Carlinghouse action figures. This is so funny, man. That's funny. See, I see this. This makes sense, and I want to see the right shoulders now. Right shoulder for the break further to the upside. All right? Makes sense we would stall out here. Yeah, exactly. You see the 50 exactly. This guy, Matt Hotep's got it. Yeah. Let's take a look at DOGE. And wow, what a pounding, right? I mean, it did have a descending triangle. It's interesting. Funny, I drew this. I don't know when I draw, but I did draw it. I said, that looks like it could dump, and it did. Wow. The charts show you something, huh? Unbelievable. I don't know when I had to have drawn that. Probably on the live. I don't know when. Another bottom for a bigger pump. That's what I've been waiting for, Sammy. There's about 1.5 liquidations in the last 24 hours. Now we can liquidate to the upside. Can you explain bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence? I can't seem to understand. It takes time, man. That question is a long-winded question, and it takes a lot of time. So that's something that we really got to revisit at another time, or come to the trading group and really ask those questions and sit with everybody, and it'll make sense. All right. Dang, man, look at Doge, beat to the ground. I mean, there you just pull a fib and you're trying to see like where, you know, when you're going to bounce. Retail, man, they sell. They panic sell, right? So there you have it, and they give the good prices to the bulls. You just hope that's a V-shaped recovery, gets back inside, something else happens. You know, you watch, if it bear flags, no good, right? I lost 13K in 2 days. That's 30 for, that's not easy, man. Yeah. Yep. Memes have been taking the biggest hit during these dips. Yeah, that's because they have no utility. People that bought them are the weakest hands, so they're going to sell the fastest. You have to remember that. So when you're buying a meme, you're buying with weak hands. You're not buying a substantial product that people really want to hold. So that's what happens, right? If the news isn't bad, then we go up like crazy. 100 times, 100 member monthly. Man, what a weirdo. Yeah. Thank you, man. Doge follows Bitcoin. Amen. Yep. Hang in there. I'm about to 10x that down. Be smart, be patient. It'll come back. Retail sells, whales buy. Don't be retail, be a whale. Amen. Wow, I lost 98K in the last month with trading bots with leverage. Yeah, be careful. Everyone thinks a bot's just going to do it for you. All right. From Jordan and Muslim, and I'm proud of your spirit, bro. Keep it up. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. And thank you so much for being a part of the beautiful live stream. Again, not every day is going to be your day. Not every day is going to be your trade. One step at a time. One step at a time. Everyone, I'm going to jump on out of here because I'm going to make my top-down analysis video. It's going to take me another like 30 minutes. And I'm exhausted from this market, but it is what it is. So let's keep it moving. And we found things that were hot in this market. We can still see possible opportunity. Right now, Bitcoin is struggling, to be honest. And we could see lower lows. Let's take a look at just where Bitcoin could be going as I jump on out of here. Just barely hit 2017 high. We ain't even started yet. 100%. Lifer, we about to send. Peace. Stock market ripping. We're going to go over that on the technical analysis. So, I mean, again, big pump back to the upside for Bitcoin. Holding these key levels too. Like, this is a really strong level of support for BTC. Very strong level. I'd like us back above 97.2 though, personally, for the weekly support. Until then, I have to remain pretty bearish. So until we get back above that area, I mean, I like the wick on the daily, but man, you know, I'm not buying it right now. I'm just not buying it at the present moment in time. And wow, we just dumped like $1,000 like in a second. Like we were at 97.5 just a second ago. So be careful, man. Guys and girls, everybody out here. Sketchy business. 7-minute attempting to hold this like previous spot. Watch your 7-minute. If the 7-minute can hold the 200 MA, we can bump. But if not, if it dumps, then you got to say, well, you know, look at that. The 1 minute just bouncing off the 200 there. You lose that 200 MA, you're going to drop. Likely back down to 95 and then possibly all the way back down to 94. We could be seeing lower lows today. Again, if you join the trading group, I gave a short yesterday that played out beautifully. And even if you didn't take the short, you would have just learned a strategy that could play out next time. Backtest it for yourself. And I even taught people how to backtest it and find out why I was doing it. All right. Have you had since you seem to be a progressive house guy, much love, thank you. If I like Dead Mouse, I don't know him too much. I don't know enough about the people. I just kind of listen to whatever I hear, you know. But I'm not really into the scene, so I wouldn't know. So if the 1 minute loses the 200 MA, I say we drop back down to 95. If the 1 minute bounces here and gets tight, let's see if we get an inverted head and shoulder there. See that shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then break back up again. So I'm in between. The 1 minute will teach me what to do. And if I see a long or I get into something, I give it to the trading group. So God bless everybody. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, everyone, I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back every single day. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We don't shy away just because the price dips. We're here all the time, day in and day out. All right. Making crypto great again. Oh, yeah, I got to wear my favorite hat. You know what I mean? I got my favorite hat on. You know what I mean? I got my favorite hat. You know what hat it is, right? You know my hat. What? It's St. John's. What? I went to St. John's. You guys know that, right? I went to St. John's University. It matches the red. You knew that's the hat I had on, right? That's what you thought I was wearing, right? That was my favorite hat. My St. John's hat. What? You thought it was a different hat? You thought it was a different hat, right? You were thinking of something else, weren't you? Maybe. No, what do you mean? What? Oh, man, I love life, right? It's funny. Anyway, I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless the lifers and everybody that came into the stream. 96,761. Do not give up. There's still opportunity in this market, and there's still money to be made. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll do it again. God bless you all. Look out for my macro analysis video coming out later today in the afternoon. And I'll see you guys in the trading group. God bless you all. Thank you so much for everything. Remember, live in love. You cannot be denied. Thank you.